Hello and welcome. My name is Guthrie. I'm a director of the public sector practice in Albany and Beck. I'm joined here today by Tom, who's a partner of Affinity Works. Tom, how are you doing?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Thanks for being with us today.
No problem.
Obviously, we're just going to have a discussion around obviously data sharing, primarily within sort of local authorities, and a few other bits about obviously how we can utilise that data effectively. But before we do so, do you want to give us a bit more background about what you do, who you are, who Affinity Works are?
Yeah, we're a small micro SME providing services to public sector, health and social care. We do boutique outsourcing, covers things like data analytics and also support for software services, things like that.
Good. Okay, you mentioned about the sharing of the data. So obviously with the facilitation around collaborations between health, social care, local authorities, etc. I mean, what are the benefits of all those organisations sharing that data with each other?
Yeah, for us, collaboration, the easiest way to start collaborating is with data, because it's much harder to set up something like a shared service. You might be talking about rationalising staff or making big organisational changes, but it doesn't take a lot to decide what data you might want to share and actually produce it and build some results off that. So we often pitch that as an entry point to form a group, and then once you've got a group of people all sharing and talking around a common set of pooled data, that can open the door to some much bigger initiatives like shared services. We've seen that with the West London Alliance 6 years ago. They were sharing data around social care, and now they have shared procurement, shared brokerage, shared inspections, and all of that has come about basically by them sitting down and talking about what data they wanted to share.
Yeah, so a very low risk entry point for something sort of a collaborational group to be organised. And so from that aspect, I know one of the challenges that you have found is that when you get more than one party together forming an organisation, there's a bit of push and pull, and who's going to lead what, where's the funding coming from, etc. How do you manage that?
Yeah, I think I've seen it before where you might get one local authority that is driving for this collaboration to happen, but equally they don't necessarily want to carry the risk for the whole group, so they don't want to necessarily be the person who buys the software or the entity that buys all the software, and equally the other members of the group that don't necessarily at political level want to buy into something that's run by another council. So where we've seen in the past is that actually by being a neutral independent entity, we can for example set up a data hub or software solution, and the partners then all play an equal part in that, sharing that same service, but without one local authority taking the lead.
With you as a central hub. And
exactly, yeah.
Okay. And in terms of the benefits of how that would affect from a cost perspective and approaching a market with all that shared data, can you give me an example of how that's worked previously for you?
Well, in Tees Valley, we've just gone live with a predictive tool. It takes 5 fields of data that is all provided on their statutory returns, so they have to collect it. It's mandatory information they have to provide to central government. Those 5 fields, we've built them a predictive tool. It uses a bit of artificial intelligence and some statistics, and we can tell them what their activity is going to be from major categories of care, so residential and nursing care, home care, day services. 12 months into the future, we can tell them with 2% accuracy or 2% variance what their activity is going to be like. And that's not just across one local authority, it's across 3 in a region. So they can all see, our activity is going to be at this level and my neighbours is going to be at that level, and they can plan budgets and capacity accordingly.
Exactly, with increasing demand for services, if you can predict what that is going to look like.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's a fantastic tool to have.